it's Nikki. Welcome back to my channel. Today is actually going to be a requested video from Ashley. She asked that I talk about some of my beauty favorites, some products that didn't really work out. So I decided to go ahead and start doing monthly faves and fails. So basically I'm just going to go through some of my favorite products for the month, products that I cannot put down. Some of them you've seen me use on camera pretty much every time I filmed. Some of them you've never even seen before. Then I have a handful of fails here. So we're just going to talk about what worked and what didn't for the month of July for me. Before we jump in, as always, be sure and check out all of my social media, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, everything is Nikkikkins. The links and spelling are in the description box down below. Be sure to go check it out because everyone needs a good chuckle every now and then, and my daily shenanigans will probably do that for you. I'm going to start with face products, and the first one is one that you've seen way too many times, the NYX Hydra Touch Primer. This is a holy grail for anyone with dry skin out there. I have tried way too many primers in my day. I have tried Smashbox, I have tried Tarte, I have tried Maybelline, L'Oreal, Ologist, I think? I honestly can't remember because I've been using this for so long now. This is just so hydrating. It dries down, very refreshing. It's kind of tacky, but it's not sticky, you know, and your skin doesn't immediately soak it all up, but it also doesn't lay on top of your skin at the same time. And it's just the perfect amount of your skin soaking up the moisture, yet staying tacky enough for your foundation to stick to it. It retails for $13.99 at Ulta. It's not the cheapest thing in the entire world, but it's way better than buying a $30 bottle of primer that's not even gonna last you the whole month. Next up is actual foundation. And again, you've already seen this sucker. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Foundation in the color 201 Classic Ivory. And this is an amazing drugstore foundation that is dewy. So again, if you've got dry skin like me, this is fantastic. It does not flake, it does not cake up, it doesn't fall into my lines or creases. It's just, it wears so well. Granted, if it's really, really hot, like 105 degrees in Louisiana right now, if you're not careful, it will slide around a bit, but you don't look like an absolute mess by the end of the day either. I do want to try the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. I feel like that's going to be a good alternative during the summer to this, but I still haven't been able to put this down because it's just so good. And for $12.99, I really prefer that price over a $50 bottle of foundation. And then to set my foundation, I love, love, love the Maybelline Fit Me powder. I actually found this on clearance at a Walmart. It was on sale for like $3.99. I was like, well, it's the light shade, may as well try it. And I cannot believe that no one is talking about this because this is fantastic, again, for dry skin. So I will just very lightly pat my whole face with this, and it doesn't dry me out. And you know, it's not luminous in any way, but it's also not ultra mattifying, so you're not going to look like a ghost whenever you use this. It is a great buy. I mean, I've even tried the Laura Mercier powder, and that was way too dry for my skin, and that is a really expensive bottle. So as far as my foundation routine, the drugstore definitely takes the cake for me right now. Everything I use is super affordable, and I love the look. Moving on to eyes, I am going to talk about a product that everyone is probably sick of hearing, but gosh darn it, it's so good that I just have to give it its own mention. The Jaclyn Hill palette by Morphe is a godsend. I am telling you, if you're a beginner, if you're a pro, whatever you are, this is a fantastic palette. For $38, you get 35 shades, which that alone is a great value. But these are so buttery, so blendable, so pigmented. If you want to do neutral, she's got you. I actually used this to do my eye look today. If you want to pop a color, she's got you. I'm not going to talk about this palette for too long because I know everyone's pretty much sick of it, but if you don't have it, go get it. I know she is releasing the Vault collection here pretty soon, which is basically all of the colors that she created that didn't make it into the palette. She's releasing into 4 mini palettes that are in a color theme. Congrats to Jaclyn and Morphe for probably one of the best palettes in the market. And of course, again, congrats to Jaclyn for the upcoming Vault release. One other eyeshadow palette I want to talk about is the Alamar Cosmetics palette that I got in my July. What month is it? It was the June BoxyCharm. This is just a gorgeous little nugget. It has such a fun color theme and it blends like a dream. I've used it about 3 times since then. I've even dipped into the warm tones and I love this palette. I really, really hope they make more. I'm just sitting here waiting for them to release more things. I think the only thing they have is this palette and a few face brushes or eye brushes, I can't remember which one it is, and I cannot wait to see what they have in store. This is $28, and for the quality of the shadows, I feel like that's a very good price. I don't know if it's available in any retail stores yet, which is kind of unfortunate because I avoid paying for shipping and handling like the plague. But if you do have an inkling to get this, go ahead and do so. You will not regret it. I absolutely love it. Last thing for eyes is my favorite mascara. I use the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise all the time. It is a great dupe for the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. However, I have noticed that this doesn't last as long as the Too Faced. Like, I had the Too Faced and the L'Oreal one at the same time, and I noticed that my Too Faced one would last 3 times longer than this. The L'Oreal would dry out a lot faster, and then I have to replace it. I mean, I use mascara pretty much every day. I found it kind of weird that I couldn't use this fast enough before it dried out within a month. I've never really had that happen with a mascara before, but it's beautiful and so much cheaper than Too Faced that I just kind of roll with it. Moving on to lips, I have 2 products I want to talk about. First off is the Fizz and Bubble Lip Scrub in the flavor Watermelon. And girl, if I could eat this with a spoon, I would. This is the perfect lip scrub. I have to use lip scrub. Again, dry skin, so dry lips. It took me so long to find a good lip scrub because my problem was every time I got a lip scrub, it was more of a balm and less of a sugar scrub. Like, it would be a balmy, waxy type mixture with a few sugar granules in it, and then it feels like you're just smearing grease all over your lips and not actually exfoliating. The main ingredient in this is sugar. It is a true lip scrub, and girl, this will exfoliate my lips until the cows come home. It's only $8, which is fantastic, and another thing about it, I've had this for almost 6 months. I use it pretty much every day, and I have barely put a dent in it. This is probably going to last me a lifetime. That smells so good. I need to put this away before I eat it. One of my favorite lip products right now is the Ciaté Liquid Velvet in the color Pinup. And I love this thing so much that the writing is pretty much not on it anymore. I love this so much because the website actually calls this a universally flattering berry lip, and that is the perfect description for it. The applicator is great, but the color is just, it doesn't matter what eye look you're doing, it doesn't matter what you're wearing, it doesn't matter what mood you're in or what season it is. This is the perfect color for anything. If I am really indecisive on what kind of lip product I want to use, this is my go-to. This is a little up there. The full size of this retails for $19, but I'm not gonna lie, whenever I run out of this one, I will probably go buy another one. It is that good. It truly feels like a liquid velvet on your lips. It is not drying, it is not greasy, it is not tacky. It is the perfect, just cushy, velvety feeling. It stays on like a dream. It doesn't run. I just love this so much. Moving on to hands, which sounds kind of weird. There are a couple of products I want to talk about. I wanted to show you guys my Essie nail polish and the color Ladylike. It's actually the color I'm wearing right now. And this is the perfect pinky nude neutral color. If I'm like in a bridal party, or I'm going to an event, or I'm going out of town for work and I don't want my nail polish to look too crazy, but I need it to match pretty much any color I throw at it, this is what I paint my nails in. I think those normally around like $8 or $9 at Walmart. I typically go for the Pure Ice nail polishes. Those are only $2 and they're fantastic. But in the Pure Ice nail polishes really do go with the season. Like, they're seasonal colors, but the Essie has a huge neutral range, and that is just the perfect color for me and my skin tone. And then to moisturize my pretty hands, I have been loving my Bum Bum cream. I got this in my June BoxyCharm, and I love it so much more than I thought I would. I figured this was going to be a great summer fragrance, but once I got it, I realized that you can actually wear this year-round. Not only does it have that tropical coconutty smell, but there's also a hint of spice in it, which I've never experienced with a body care fragrance before, which is crazy because I worked at Bath & Body Works for a few years. It's like tropical yet festive. It's just the perfect blend. Not only do they have this cream, I mean, they have body washes, they have body scrubs, they have a whole line of body care products. And when I eventually run out of my Bath & Body Works stash, I'm honestly probably going to go for this. Even though it's $20 a bottle, I think they're pretty large size bottles. It's probably going to last me a while, and I will be able to wear that fragrance no matter what day it is. So I need to start budgeting for that now. Sticking with fragrance, I do have to give a shout out to my favorite summer fragrance from Bath & Body Works. This is Island Margarita. During Louisiana's forever summer, this is the only fragrance I care about. It is so good. It's got notes of lime, mango, and plum with a hint of a salted rim, and it is just so good. It is my favorite candle. All of my wallflower bulbs are Island Margarita. My scent portable in my car is Island Margarita. My room sprays are Island Margarita. My antibacterial hand soap is Island Margarita, and my hand sanitizer is Island Margarita. I'm typically not a complete freak about one fragrance everywhere, but this just, if you haven't smelled it yet, go do it. You're gonna buy it. That's it for my faves for July. Let's move on to my handful of fails. First up is one I'm honestly really sad about. It's the Coty Airspun Powder. Everyone and their mother, brother, sister, cousin, and dog talks about this on YouTube. So I picked it up. It's dirt cheap, but it's just not for me for a handful of reasons. Number one, the fragrance. I hate to knock a product for the fragrance, but this legitimately smells like an old lady. Like the old lady who uses the entire bottle of perfume before she walks outside old lady. And typically fragrances don't get to me, but whenever I put this on throughout the day, this is all I smell, and it just makes me sick to my stomach. And it was just a no-go for me. Reason number two is that this is actually really drying. And I don't really remember anyone talking about this being a very drying formula. I feel like I've heard multiple times this is great for all skin types. But whenever I put this on, not only do I smell like an old lady, I look like an old lady. It made my foundation very cakey. You can see all of my lines and wrinkles. And I'm an old lady at heart, not denying that, but I don't want to look like an old lady or smell like one. So if you want to get a drugstore powder, just get the Maybelline Fit Me powder. It's pretty much the same price, I think. I do have one lip product that I want to mention. This is the Too Faced Lip Injection Glossy in the color Spice Girl. I know, cute. And honestly, the color is gorgeous. It is like a perfect fall gloss, and I was so excited whenever I first got this. But honey, you gotta be careful with those injection or plumping glosses. I put this on, I was feeling super cute, I was feeling spicy, and then about 30 seconds later, it felt like I had made out with the devil after he had won in a hot wing eating contest. I honestly cannot describe how much this hurt. I could not get this off fast enough, I couldn't get it off thorough enough, and my lips hurt for pretty much the rest of the day. One really good plumping gloss that does not hurt you is actually the Buxom glosses. I have the colors Dolly and Hot Toddy, and those are so comfortable. They're a cooling, tingling sensation, but they're not uncomfortable, they do not hurt, and I love the way those ones look, so definitely pass on the Too Faced ones. Alright y'all, that is it for this month's faves and fails. I hope you enjoyed it. I do want to do these every single month, just to kind of show you what's new in my makeup collection, my oldies but goodies, some things that you should just save your money and not buy, and let me know what your guys' favorites are, that way I can try them out, because I love, love, love trying out new products. Alright, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Drinking anything with lipstick is impossible. They are so, oh my gosh. And they're so blendable. The Maybelline I dyed my hair black and now I feel like I look like Severus Snape.